The secret habit of the rich. There's a quiet pattern that runs through the lives of the wealthiest, most successful people on earth. It's not luck. It's not timing. It's not even intelligence. It's a habit, a daily rhythm that shapes how they think, decide, and build. Warren Buffett calls it the ultimate advantage. It's something you can start today, and once you do, it can completely transform your life. Today, we're going to uncover the secret habit of the rich, the one Buffett has practiced every single day for decades. We'll explore why it works, how it rewires your thinking, and how you can apply it to your own journey toward wealth and purpose. The quiet power behind Buffett's success. Let's start here. Warren Buffett spends about 80% of his day reading and thinking. That's not a rumor, he said it repeatedly in interviews and shareholder meetings. When most people rush into tasks, Buffett sits in silence, reading annual reports, books, and newspapers. He once said, "The best investment you can make is in yourself." That investment begins with learning, not chasing trends. Most people underestimate this habit because it looks so simple. But behind that simplicity is an extraordinary truth. Information compounds like money. The more you know, the better your decisions become. The better your decisions, the more you earn, the fewer mistakes you make, and the faster your results multiply. This is what Buffett calls the knowledge snowball. It starts small, but with consistency, it grows into unstoppable momentum. The rich understand something the average person often overlooks. Wealth isn't built by reacting, it's built by reflecting. Buffett's reading habit gives him perspective. While the world gets louder, he becomes calmer. While others panic, he waits. While most are influenced by noise, he's guided by understanding. Why the rich value silence over speed. In Buffett's own words, the difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything. Think about that. The secret habit of the rich isn't just learning, it's focusing. Buffett guards his time like a fortress. He deliberately avoids distractions, unnecessary meetings, and endless opportunities. His day looks simple: reading, thinking, writing notes, making a few high-impact decisions, and that's it. The average person spends their day reacting to notifications, emails, and short-term tasks. But Buffett has built his life around stillness and deep focus. Because the truth is, wealth follows clarity, not chaos. Every decision Buffett makes stems from this balance, thinking before acting. This single habit separates winners from wanderers. It's not about working harder, it's about thinking better. The compounding power of thinking time. Buffett's partner, Charlie Munger, once said, "A lot of people with high IQs are terrible investors because they have terrible temperaments." What he meant is that success comes from discipline, patience, and emotional control, not just intelligence. Buffett's habit of quiet thinking builds all three. He spends hours processing information, not rushing decisions. When asked how he makes billion-dollar choices, Buffett said, "I just sit in my office and read all day." It's counterintuitive in a world obsessed with speed, but it works because the best decisions are rarely made in haste. Every page he reads adds a piece to the puzzle. Every reflection refines his judgment. And over years, that judgment becomes his greatest asset. This is the essence of compounding knowledge, slow, deliberate growth that becomes unstoppable over time. If you want to think like the rich, start by creating white space in your day. Turn off the noise. Spend 1 hour reading something meaningful about investing, psychology, leadership, or strategy. Let your mind digest ideas. You'll notice that clarity replaces confusion and direction replaces doubt. That's how Buffett built a billion-dollar mindset long before he built his billion-dollar portfolio. The habit of saying no. Another key part of this secret habit is Buffett's discipline to say no. He said no to thousands of deals, projects, and requests. When you say no to distractions, you say yes to your long-term vision. He once advised, "The difference between people who succeed and people who don't is that successful people say no to almost everything." The rich protect their focus. They understand that energy and time are finite. Every yes is an investment, and bad investments of time are just as costly as bad investments of money. So here's a challenge. Audit your life. What are you saying yes to that's draining your attention from your goals? What habits, environments, or relationships are keeping you busy but not productive? If you can learn to say no like Buffett, you'll free up your mind to focus on what truly builds your future. The reading ritual. Buffett reads between 500 and 1,000 pages a day. That sounds extreme, but remember, it didn't start there. In his early career, he spent 5 to 6 hours reading annual reports, financial statements, and biographies of business leaders. He famously said, "That's how knowledge works. It builds up like compound interest." The lesson is simple. Start small, but start now. Here, how you can model his approach. Read at least 1 hour daily. Focus on timeless books, not just trending content. Read to understand, not just to finish. Take notes. Buffett keeps mental and written archives of what he learns. Over time, you'll notice how ideas connect. You'll start to see patterns others miss. That's how Buffett spots opportunities before the crowd does, because he's already spent decades training his mind to connect dots others overlook. The hidden value of patience. Another vital part of Buffett's secret habit is patience. In a world that rewards speed, he rewards waiting. He once said, "The stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient." Patience isn't just a financial strategy, it's a life philosophy. When you master patience, you stop chasing shortcuts. You stop panicking when progress seems slow. You stop reacting to every dip or delay. Buffett's patience allows compounding to do its magic. Whether it's money, learning, or relationships, everything great takes time to grow. That's why he spends years studying a company before investing, years holding before selling, and years compounding before enjoying results. His warning to the world is clear. Most people lose not because they lack skill, but because they lack patience. The inner game of wealth. Buffett's secret habit isn't only about reading, it's about mindset. It's about building emotional resilience. He trains himself to stay calm when others panic, rational when others overreact, and humble when success arrives. He once said, "If you can't control your emotions, you can't control your money." That's the ultimate truth. Emotional discipline is the invisible currency of the rich. Every time Buffett reads or reflects, he's not just learning about companies, he's learning about people, psychology, and behavior. He studies why markets rise and fall, why people make poor choices, and how fear and greed move entire economies. This understanding gives him control, because when you understand behavior, you predict reactions. The result, while others are driven by emotion, Buffett acts from conviction. How you can build this habit. So how do you start applying Buffett's secret habit today? 1. Start your morning in silence. No phone, no rush. Spend 30 minutes reading or reflecting before the day begins. 2. Choose one timeless book each month. Biographies, investing classics, philosophy, anything that expands your perspective. 3. Write daily reflections. Buffett keeps mental models. You can keep a simple journal. Ask, what did I learn today that will matter in 10 years? 4. Disconnect to reconnect. Turn off distractions. Silence builds clarity. 5. Be patient with progress. Remember, it's not about speed, it's about depth. Within a few months, you'll start noticing a difference. You'll make clearer decisions, handle stress better, and see opportunities where others see confusion. The Buffett warning hidden in this habit. Now here's what most people miss. Buffett's habit is not glamorous. It's repetitive, it's quiet, it's slow. And that's exactly why most people never develop it. In a world of dopamine and distraction, deep focus feels uncomfortable. But that's where breakthroughs are born. Buffett warns against the addiction to constant activity because motion isn't progress. He often says, "You don't need to be smarter than the rest. You need to be more disciplined than the rest." That discipline, to learn daily, think deeply, and act rarely is the defining difference between those who build generational wealth and those who chase temporary gains. From habit to legacy. The richest people on earth, from Buffett to Gates, credit their success to learning. Bill Gates once said he learned the art of reading for insight from Buffett himself. They often exchange book recommendations and discuss ideas, not gossip or markets. Their conversations revolve around value creation, human behavior, and the long-term impact of knowledge. That's the secret habit of the rich. They feed their minds before they feed their wallets. It's not luck, it's not inheritance, it's consistency. The ripple effect. When you develop this habit, it doesn't just change your finances, it changes your future. You become more intentional. You stop reacting emotionally. You begin to attract opportunities aligned with your purpose because your thinking becomes sharper and more grounded. Buffett's secret habit teaches you how to slow down in a world that's constantly speeding up, and that's the ultimate advantage. Because when everyone else is distracted, you're preparing. When others panic, you're patient. When others quit, you stay consistent. That's how fortunes and legacies are built. Practical wisdom to remember. Let's summarize Buffett's key lessons behind this secret habit. 1. Information compounds. Every day of learning builds exponential advantage. 2. Patience pays. Time rewards the disciplined. 3. Silence creates clarity. Thinking is the bridge between learning and doing. 4. Focus is freedom. Say no to distractions that steal your energy. 5. Consistency beats intensity. Daily progress outperforms occasional brilliance. These principles apply whether you're building a business, growing your career, or trying to manage your money better. Buffett's success is proof that the greatest returns in life come from mastering your habits, not chasing opportunities. If this video opened your eyes to the power of Buffett's secret habit, take a moment to act now. Don't just watch, apply. Spend 1 hour today reading something that challenges your thinking. Start a daily reflection journal. Comment below and share what habit you're committing to build this week. And before you go, hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss future videos where we decode the mindset and strategies of the world's greatest investors. Remember, success leaves clues, and today, you've just uncovered one of the most powerful ones. This content is for educational and inspirational purposes only. It's not financial or investment advice. Always conduct your own research and consult a certified financial professional before making any financial or investment decision.